Welcome to day 2 of the Larry McIntire Classic here at Beverly High School. The Henry Catalog Fieldhouse plays host to this tournament with Dom Lorenzano. I am Alex Saluco. Thank you for joining us on Channel 22 or our stream on YouTube. It was a tough game last night for the Panthers. They lost to Bishop Fenwick, and it really wasn't close after the second.
Bishop defense really stifled the offensive attack and really took over in that second half. And what we talked about is they needed a third person to get involved on offense, and it just couldn't happen. And when you face the higher levels of competition, it's hard to just have two people run the offense.
Exactly. They lost that game 61-45. Moreland had 22, 12 boards and 4 blocks, 15 points added from Anderson, so 37 out of Beverly's 45 points scored by 2 girls.
Yeah, and you know, some of the starters too that you look to Beaudry and Bernard to get on the boards, they couldn't really even get on the boards until the third quarter. And so even those kind of couple of points we even talk about that come from the Bears, they didn't even come till the second half. Exactly,
but luckily they have a team tonight in the consolation game that they are familiar with, the Gloucester Fishermen, team that lost pretty badly yesterday in the first round to Masco. I believe it was 71-40. So it was a thrashing that Masco had put on this Gloucester team. This is a team Beverly beat early on in the season. They beat them 60-48 at the end of January. And Bernard came up huge in that game, led the team in scoring with 17 points and 5 boards. It'll be interesting to see if she can do that again, because we talked about somebody else besides Anderson and Moreland stepping up on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the big thing to watch today is the initial start and what kind of energy you see from the Panthers and motivation levels. I mean, you don't like to say that that's a factor. You like to say you're motivated for every game, but they've played a lot of basketball lately. They have a lot coming up. And, you know, it's tough coming back against a team that beat you already, and you probably expected to have a better performance than what they did last night. They were probably what they were hoping for. I think motivation is going to be a key thing to watch today. If they play the way they should, you know, they should handle this Gloucester team.
Absolutely, and our producer Robert was here early. He came early to set up, and he said he saw Coach Stanchel out here with the team, not just running drills, but pretty much running a full practice, really driving into them what they want to do. This is a very important game for the Panthers. They got to win this. It's all about seeding. The season's not over. You definitely want to win a consolation game here. And this is the first of 4 games today. Obviously, this is the consolation game. The championship game will be played later. Consolation boys game will be coming up next. We will not be televising that, but that will be the Gloucester Fishermen and the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders for the consolation game for the boys. Then you'll have the girls' championship. We have that Masco team against the Fenwick team. That's going to be a great one. And then tonight at 7:15, we have the Beverly boys facing off against the Masco boys for the championship in the boys division.
That should be a fun one.
It should. The boys played great last night as well. They beat up on Fenwick. Toscani Abreu had 30 points. Moreland added 20. And it's going to be interesting to see, because Alyssa Moreland last night, she definitely balled out. She had 22 and 12. This last game against Gloucester that they played in January, she had 9 points, 16 boards, and 4 blocks. So really not doing it on the offensive end in that game, only 9 points, but still coming up big on the boards and on the defensive side with 4 blocks.
Yeah, that's another thing we saw them lack in the Fenwick game, especially down the stretch, is giving up offensive boards to the Fenwick offense. So definitely something to watch tonight. You know, like you said, Stanchel having them come out for the full practice and stuff. I think this game is important, not just for seeding, but also to work the cogs out.
Yeah.
You know, they look a little rusty at times, especially the last couple of games. And, you know, you have that practice in and have this team that, you know, you should be able to beat. It would be nice to work out the cogs and try and find some way to get another person involved in the offensive attack.
And they were close last night. You said it. You said it yesterday, I believe, at the end of the game. At the end of the second quarter, they were down 3. And then 2 quick threes came from Fenwick. All of a sudden, they were down by 9 points.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were outclassed the entire game. And I think some of the things we've talked about with this Beverly team, you know, playing down a lesser competition sometimes and stuff, I think it's a sign of this is a very young team still. Yeah. They only start maybe like one senior sometimes in Rosie Gotch. So.
Yeah, and the starting lineup tonight, they're sitting down. You can see we're going to have same 5, Beaudry and Anderson. Then you have Gotch and Bernard, and then Moreland in the middle. Same starting 5 we saw yesterday. Didn't see a lot of subs until about the second quarter for Stanchel's team. And we are going to be playing the national anthem today. First of the 4 games, always has a national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise for our national anthem.
Be introducing starting lineups momentarily. Not really a big crowd right now. We got a huge one yesterday.
And now for our starting lineups. For the Gloucester Fishermen, junior guard number 4.
The Gloucester starting lineup, we have number 4, Courtney Good. She's a junior. Going to have Beatrice Sumner, another junior on this team. She's forward.
At guard number 20.
Whitney Schrag, senior guard. Claire Knowlton, the senior, forward. Little cousin of one of my best friends growing up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Very good.
And finally at center, number 34.
And number 34, Ruby Melvin. She's a junior. She'll be manning the middle. She'll have.
That's always a place to watch when you watch a Beverly team, because whoever is there is going up against Moreland.
Exactly. It's going to be fun to watch, and we've already mentioned the Beverly lineups, but we'll do it again. We have Beaudry and Anderson at the guards, Bernard and Gotch running the forwards, and then, of course, Alyssa Moreland in the middle.
You mentioned Bernard had a big game against Gloucester the last time they played, so that'd be an interesting to watch too. If she can get going and be that third person down the stretch that they're going to need when they face Revere or Everett or Bill Ricca.
Absolutely. They're going to need at least another one, maybe not 2.
Okay.
And we'll see if Beaudry can get the scoring going. She wasn't much of a factor offensively either yesterday. She was getting trapped by that press that Fenwick was putting on. And again, a lot of credit to Fenwick yesterday. That defense was very quick, very aggressive.
They just pushed the pace from the minute the game started. Absolutely.
Number 22, Tia.
We're going to get this game going soon. Officials tonight, we have Terry Dostey, David Margosian, and Liz Briggs. I actually talked with Margosian beforehand. He likes to watch his game, so he's going to watch this over. He likes to see how broadcasters feel about certain calls that he makes, and I like that.
Oh, really?
Cool. Yeah. Because he said whether we agree with him or not on the broadcast, it's something that he wants to look at and review and see the other point of view.
I like that someone takes their job very seriously.
Absolutely. Definitely the best conversation I've ever had with a referee. I don't really get along with many of them, but it was a very, very pleasant one. Definitely loves what he does.
You got to appreciate that.
You do, because it makes us feel better. It makes me feel worse when I'm yelling at him with a microphone on, too. And one easily by Moreland.
I don't think Fenwick's coach would agree with your assessment, though.
No, I don't. I absolutely agree. Yesterday was a debacle. It was definitely a head-scratcher in that first quarter. See if Gloucester has just as much trouble as Fenwick did guarding Moreland. They're going to her quickly. Good take by Moreland, and easy 2, assisted by Bernard. And Moreland really just
Speed advantage.
She took Sumner right off the dribble. She couldn't do anything about it. Sumner almost losing that one, drops it down. Trying to kick it out. It's good for 3, and it's good. That's going to be fun to say.
Absolutely.
3 points for Courtney Good. Puts Gloucester on top early, 3-2.
Nice play by Haley to keep that in bounds.
Bernard, mid-range J, got it.
There we go. Good start for Bernard again against the Gloucester team.
She definitely remembers the type of game she had.
Hard
Good
not to.
for 3. Offensive board, a foul and 1. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Moreland.
Yep.
Actually, it's going to be on Bernard. And Schrock at the line trying to complete the 3-point play. And she does. Anderson, a quick 3. Doesn't get it to fall, but Moreland grabs the board, the putback. She's fouled, she'll shoot 2, and Moreland hit a lot of her free throws yesterday. I believe she had 7 total in that game last night.
Yeah, something like that. She started great early on, too. But I think it was still a good strategy by Fenwick to just realize she's going to get her points but make her get it at the free throw line.
Moreland
But the
knocks that
Panthers
one
did
down.
make it count early on. That's what kept them in that game for a lot of it.
Looking at the scoreboard, that 3-pointer that we thought from Good actually was going to be marked as a 2. It's what it says up there, a 5-4 Gloucester lead. But the clock is completely not even going. All right, looks like we're having some scoreboard issues.
I think the one that everyone's looking at home might be more accurate. Right now.
I definitely agree. Having some clock issues, but it's turned over. Beaudry, what the
Beats everyone.
What speed from Beaudry.
I thought there was no way that she was going to get herself alone on that, but she outran 3 defenders.
Seven, 6 Panther lead. Another foul. I believe it's going to be on Bernard again. It's her second. Stancher might have to go to the bench. It's going to be on the floor. Bernard's going to stay out there. Beaudry racing to the corner. Air ball on that. Gotch grabs the board. And he's going to stay with the Panthers. Good defense there by Knowlton. And Bakey is going to give Bernard a rest. And they did update that 3-pointer from Good, so it is 7-6 the score.
I was just about to ask, if they're going to take Bernard out, I wonder who they'll put in, but answer that question quickly. They went to Brooke.
And Gotch blocked there. Looked like there could have been a foul call, but kept the whistle in the pockets.
Letting them play.
Drive from Knowlton, no good. Anderson trying to come away with it. Sumner ends up with it for the Fishermen. Good, another 3. Sumner with the offensive board, and we're going to get a travel call. Beverly bailed out there, allowing another offensive board, but it's turned over quickly by the Fishermen.
They're going to have to tighten that up. Like I said, down the stretch, that what killed them against Fenwick.
Moreland trying to go down low. She does. Can't knock it down. Trying to come away with her own board. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession 1. Actually, possession goes over to Gloucester.
She just plays so hard and aggressive down there. I see it so much her lose the ball and just get her own rebounds.
Absolutely.
Whether it's off a shot or off someone just knocking the ball out of her hand.
The motor's so high that she's just out battling and outworking everybody out there. In-range jumper, Knowlton off the glass, no good. Gotch grabbing another board. Coming up big on the boards in this first quarter. Anderson drops it down to Beaudry, but Sumner, good defense, she deflects it.
Careless pass.
Beaudry coming from behind, she can't steal it. It's 2 points for the Fishermen, scored by Schrock. She has 5 in this first quarter. Anderson to Beaudry, trying to get it down low to Moreland. Looking to kick it out, Gotch. She'll slow it down.
Probably a
for
good.
Beaudry. Deflected again by Sumner, so Sumner forcing 2 tipped passes, but Anderson's going to win the possession for the Panthers. Good hustle play there.
Panthers having some problems again turning the ball over on offense, getting it over defenders sometimes when they're trying to get it on the inside.
Beaudry inbounding. Bakey, corner 3. Yes! Bakey on the board. Comes in for Bernard, immediately hits a 3. 4:25 left to go in the first. Beverly leading 10-8.
She's had the hot hand lately. She's doing real well from that three-point range.
Another offensive board. Knowlton comes away with it. Sure, that's something Stanchel is not happy with. It's what killed them last night. Good. Mid-range jumper, no good. Moreland with the board. She's off to the races. She has Anderson. She'll drive, guarded by Good. Deflected. Out of bounds, last touched by the Panthers. Substitution Sumner. She'll exit. Rachel Rello, junior guard. Enters game. Beverly coming out with a full court man-to-man press.
Like they saw how it worked against them last night, trying to force the same thing on their next opponent.
Sometimes that's the best thing. Steal something from your opponent, you know it works. 3 from Knowlton, good.
It's also about, putting the pressure on early on a team that you think you should beat, so don't let them settle in and gain any confidence. But right now, Gloucester is doing a good job.
Anderson. Gotch couldn't handle it. Turnover. Gloucester right now with the lead, 11-10. Whitehair will enter her first minute. She comes in for Gotch. Before the game, before everyone was here, saw the girls warming up, and they grabbed the microphone because it was on, and Whitehair was on the microphone beatboxing. The whole team was dancing, so they were having a good time getting ready for the game.
That's good to hear. To make sure that the spirits are still high.
Whitehair. Tight D. Knowlton, ball fake. Send it out, good. Almost loses it. 8 on the shot clock. Might see her chuck up a 3.
Someone's going to have to.
Good defense by Beaudry. It's at the buzzer.
Another zip coat.
Moreland just going up there and grabbing it. She's off to the races. See what she does. Slows up. Bakey with it. Steps back. Shot. Got it to go. Long 2. Another lead change. And Beverly again coming out with the pressure. Beaudry can't pick that one off, but she's quickly back on D.
As of right now, that search for the third person looks like it's going to be Brooke tonight.
Going to have McCarthy enter the game. Give Beaudry a rest after that foul. And McCarthy did struggle last night in the second and third quarters with some turnover issues. Stanchel,
That might have been
still confident in her.
Might have been the biggest situation that she's been in trying to run the offense. We talk about the turnovers down the stretch, a lot of that because Beaudry had to leave the game with foul trouble.
And they were double teaming as soon as the ball was inbounded in the backcourt.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. I know they didn't have any other option, but that is a tough situation to put a freshman in.
We're going to have a foul on Whitehair. Shooting 2 will be Ruby Melvin. Melvin missing the first. Knocks down the second. All tied at 12. 2:24 left to go in the first quarter. McCarthy trying to find Anderson, almost turns it over. She gets it back though. Kicks it out to Anderson, thinking about a 3 maybe. McCarthy in the corner for 3. No good, but offensive board for Bakey. Anderson, a 3 of her own. Don't see that very much, an air ball from Anderson.
I think she's out of rhythm a bit. That might be the first shot she's taken.
Past half court.
Problems hanging onto the ball on offense again, plaguing the Panthers in this first quarter.
Sumner, long two, no good. Rebound McCarthy. She'll take a pick from Whitehair and streak up court. She finds Moreland in the middle. Puts her head down, blocking foul. Moreland will shoot two. Foul's going to go on Knowlton, I believe.
Thought she was going to get the and one there.
The second team foul.
Second time Moreland's been in the line.
Knocks down the second. Marshall controlling the ball for the Fishermen. They're going to get a timeout. Gloucester head coach Drew Muniz. So 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Beverly leading 13-12. They just took a point away on the scoreboard for Beverly. This is just confusing me. This is not good.
No.
And they put it back.
And we're having problems on both because this one says 8 minutes now. So I don't know which one to trust right now.
Oh, yeah, look at that. The clock on your screen does say 8 minutes left. That's not true. It's 1:40.
They changed the one up here, though. It's 13-12.
Okay. So 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Going to get that changed right now. And in this first quarter, a lot of lead changes. Moreland leading the, actually not leading the Panthers in scoring.
No, Brooke Bakey is with 5.
And we were looking for that third scorer besides Moreland and Anderson, and Bakey responded with 5. Early on, it was Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard and Beaudry have both buckets of their own. I think the story, though, for the Panthers, again, is turnovers on the offensive side of the ball have really kept Gloucester around.
At the end of this game, a player from each team will be named to the all-tournament team. They do that for all the games, so a player from Beverly or player from Gloucester will be named to the teams, and then in the championship game, a player from the losing team and then the winning team will be giving 2 players to the all-tournament team. Think we know who's going to be going from Beverly.
Yeah, I think I have a good idea.
If I'm a
but who knows? Who knows? If Anderson comes up with a huge game today,
who knows?
She can do it too.
I'll put money on it if you want. I want to do a friendly wager, maybe some Chipotle.
Okay. What if we're at? I'm going to say if Anderson's at 14 points, then we'll put the issue.
Okay. Moreland out to Anderson for 3. Got it.
On cue.
On
cue.
I'm going to need that crystal ball of yours. Anderson knocking that one down from the corner. Moreland with the good assist. The inside-out threat that they've posed all season long is what's given Beverly so much success this season. Sumner looking for Marshall. Schrock. Knowlton in the corner. Travel. Our good friend David Margosian calling that one. Beverly extending this lead 16-12, looking to put an exclamation point at the end of this first quarter. And you see Beverly's offense working a lot better as they turn that one over. But working a lot better now that they're able to get into their sets, into their half-court offense.
Yeah. Able to slow it down a bit.
Marshall, she's only a freshman. Moreland, great D on Sumner, pokes it away. Anderson coming away with it. Last touched by Anderson, however. Knowlton trying to grab it back. 19 seconds on the shot clock, just over 20 left on the game clock. See if Gloucester tries to hold for the last shot, or Knowlton's got an open 3.
She thought about it. Probably was a wise choice, though, not to take that.
Schrock, guarded by McCarthy. Good defense there by McCarthy. You get 3 seconds. Anderson, let's see what she does. She's going to have to throw it up. I don't think she's going to get it off. She doesn't.
Not that time.
So at the end of one, Beverly takes a 16-12 lead into the second quarter. And a big 3 late from Anderson to get her on the board, and 5 Beverly players on the scoreboard already.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's one of the 2 big things, takeaways right now is everyone scoring. This is good to see. You need that diversity. You need everyone scoring. The turnovers on offense are the one bad thing you can take away from the half. As you said, the last 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, they slowed it down. They got into their offense, and it did look a little bit better. But Brooke had the hot hand. She got 5 points. Anderson dropped that 3 at the end. And Beaudry and Bernard also contributed. Moreland did her thing as well, 4 points, 2 at the line.
Yeah, Moreland looking to add to a great tournament already. Again, last night she had 22, 12, and 4 blocks. Beverly's going to send out a 3-guard set. Beaudry, McCarthy, and Anderson. And then 2 forwards. We're going to have Sprague and Gosh. Sprague getting her first minutes.
So Moreland getting a breather. Something that doesn't usually happen often unless she's in foul trouble.
Beverly with 14 fouls already. Gloucester only with 2 after the first quarter of play. Sumner. She's going to drive on Sprague. She's probably glad that Moreland's not in the game anymore. She can't put back that one, can't put back that either, but she'll be fouled. McCarthy.
Yep.
Sumner's going to shoot 2. Brittany Anderson to enter the game. She's going to enter for Schrock. Anderson only a sophomore. Sumner misses the second after making the first. That was an interesting shot on the putback. Anderson, corner. Can't get that one to go. Anderson coming away with the rebound. Anderson on the Fishermen, that is. It's going to be interesting. Anderson on Anderson. Marshall down low.
That was good ball movement by the Fishermen. Couldn't get it to go, though.
Board by Sprague. McCarthy coming the other way. She'll be fouled by Sumner.
She might have got bailed out there.
I think she did too. I was going to say it looked like that was all ball.
Not even just that. I mean, it might have been. I thought it looked clean too, but also just she looked kind of out of control.
McCarthy at the line for the first time tonight. Back rims that one. Sumner will take a seat after that foul. And I've been missing a lot of fouls. I'll tell you that.
I could be missing a lot. Gloucester doesn't have that many.
That's true. I've only missed one.
You're being a little hard on yourself.
Marshall dribbling past a few Beverly defenders, throws it up, no good. Beaudry, shortest girl out there, coming away with it. McCarthy again charging. We'll see if she'll send this one up. She gets that one rejected. It goes out of bounds, however. Last touched by Gloucester. So 2 straight plays. McCarthy trying to dribble through this defense. And was she a little bit out of control? Yes, but it's a lot better than yesterday. She was very timid. And I think that's what led to all those turnovers in that second and third quarter against that Crusader defense. So it's good to see her being confident with the ball.
If you hesitate and you're timid against a press, I mean, you're going to get yourself trapped.
Yeah.
You got to make quick decisions, and you got to be quick on your feet.
Beverly with a 4-point lead. Knowlton will take a breather. Good entering in her place. Deflects that pass on the inbound. Beaudry, floater. No good. I believe it went off of Sprague. It did.
Gloucester.
Yeah, this is something to watch here, too, is how Beverly does without Moreland on the floor. This sometimes is a big factor in their games. And you'd like to see better play.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring. Only
Since.
1 point coming off the free throw in this quarter for the Panthers. And we're going to get a foul on McCarthy. That's her second. Beverly did a good job there with the pressure.
Oh, that was on McCarthy?
It was on McCarthy.
Okay. I thought it was on Anderson for the
That's
reach in.
that's what I thought it was as well, but
I'm glad, though, because when I looked at Anderson's thing, I didn't think she got the hand. So glad to see that they probably got it right.
Marshall, she's guarded by Anderson. Good. Looking to go down low.
Good D, though. There was nothing there.
And to travel. One on Rachel Rallo.
Moreland's looking like she's ready to... No.
Rallo's going to take a seat for Gloucester. Schrock back in. Schrock had 5 in that first quarter. Gloucester needs some scoring, only 1 point for each team. Just over 2 minutes into this second quarter. Gotch down low to Sprague.
Yeah, that was a push. Hard to get away with that. Right in front of the referee. That's an easy call.
It's going to go against Melvin. Fifth team foul for Gloucester.
Didn't need to do it either.
Moreland and McCarthy out, Gotch and McCarthy out. Moreland and Bakey entering. Beaudry. She has Bakey in the corner. Can't get it to go, but right into the hands of Moreland, who puts it in for 2.
It was a pass.
That's what I would tell the scores table. Give me that assist. So Beverly not scoring besides from the line until Moreland entered the game. 2 seconds in, she puts it in.
It's great how sometimes the narratives that we talk about turn out so perfectly. 2 seconds in.
Grabs another board. The miss from Good. Sends it up to Anderson. Great pass from Moreland. Anderson puts it up with the left for 2. We don't say enough about Moreland's outlet pass ability. That was
on
a
the
football
money.
pass. That was Tom Brady to Randy Moss circa 2007.
She led her perfectly. And the pass what's made that possible. Because she only had maybe a step on the defender. If she has to freeze, it's not as open.
White hair entering for Sprague. Going to get a timeout. Gloucester, Drew Muniz. So not a lot of scoring. About 2.5 minutes into this second quarter, but as soon as Moreland enters, she puts it in for 2, and she frees up Anderson and finds her on an outlet.
Yeah, beautiful outlet pass. As you mentioned, a real football-looking pass led her perfectly to where she needed to go.
So if Beverly wins here tonight, that means they're going to hold on to what will be the 9th seed in the MIAA Division I North Girls Tournament. We can bring up your potential opponents on your screen while we have some time. Potential opponents, you're either going to see Everett, Billerica, or Revere. Now, I think you're only going to see Revere if you lose, if you're Beverly. So right now, judging by this game, how it's going and Beverly's talent to really take this one out, they're either going to see Everett or Billerica, and I think you'd rather see Everett. The last time they played Everett, too, they didn't have Moreland. They didn't.
I remember doing that game. They didn't have Moreland, and they still put up a very good fight. So, the familiarity. But especially without Moreland, if they're going to have Moreland for that game, judging but what I saw, the eye test, they can play with them, and they can win.
Moreland, nice baby hook. Muscles her way for 2. Telling you, if I'm playing one-on-one with Moreland, she's putting it in 10 times out of 10.
She is tough to defend down there.
Doesn't help that I'm giving 7 inches to her, too. 23-13. Foul on Whitehair.
That's her second. And they might be looking to get Whitehair out of there soon then.
Gloucester is in the bonus for the rest of this first half. The 1-1 for the next couple fouls, and Gotch is going to come in for Whitehair, like you said.
Plenty of time left in this first half, though, for them to make that bonus count.
Senior Catanzaro is going to come in for the freshman Marshall. Knowlton knocking both down.
That's some big points there for the Fishermen to get it back to a single-digit lead.
Yeah, the only points for Gloucester in this second quarter coming off free throws. Only 3 points. More than halfway in to the second quarter. Nice pass to Bakey.
Well, that's good to hear because the defense didn't suffer at all without Moreland.
Moreland grabs the board, put back no good. Trying to grab it again. We're going to get a foul, I believe, on Knowlton. Either that or Melvin. Actually, it's going to go against Moreland. Okay.
Just playing so aggressive down there.
And it's going to be 1-1.
Plenty of time to make those count. We talked about it in the last broadcast, too. Sometimes she can be a little over-aggressive. That comes, being a freshman. That was probably one of those that later Stanchel might tell her, you got to know they're in the bonus right now.
Yeah.
We're doing a good job on the regular play of stopping them. Let's not give them anything for free.
First free throw from Knowlton, good. She can't knock down the second. Another offensive board. Beverly leading 23-16. Catanzaro down low to Knowlton. Blocked by Moreland. Rebound Anderson. It's a jump ball. I believe it's going to stay with Gloucester. Actually, it's going to go to Beverly.
It's her second block.
Beaudry out there with Anderson. Gotch, Bakey, and Moreland as well. Trying to go down low to Moreland. Working on Melvin. Beaudry puts it up. Blocked by Good. Gotch coming out of nowhere. She's going to be called for a foul, I believe.
She can't believe it either.
It's on Gotch, and Gloucester still shooting 1-1. 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the second quarter.
Said it just a minute ago. There's plenty of time in this half to make this bonus count for the Fishermen, and they have made it. Third time in a line in about a minute.
Good at the line. Knocks down the first of a 1-1.
This is the kind of stuff you need to do to keep you in the game.
All 5 points in this quarter scored by Gloucester coming from the line. Bakey coming away with it. Quickly gets it up to Moreland. She'll stop on a dime. Get it out to Beaudry. Anderson open. Bakey in the corner. Trying to drop it down, but Sumner reads it really well. Sumner's played great defense. She's caused at least 4 turnovers from the Panther offense. 23-17, a 3 from Knowlton. It's good. Knowlton leading all scorers.
Panthers in a little bit of trouble here. 23-20 the score now. That things kind of came around quick there. Beaudry.
She'll be fouled. She'll shoot 2. I believe that's going to go against Good. And it didn't quite get the number. Beaudry can't knock down the first, and it took Gloucester more than 5 minutes to get their first field goal. 8 points.
Nonetheless, though, they've got it down to 4 now with Beaudry hitting that.
Knowlton, she has 6 in the quarter, 9 tonight. She trips there. Anderson grabs it. She's going to take it herself. Easy 2 for Anderson and the Panthers.
Doesn't get any easier than that.
Moulton probably wishing she had that one back. Looking for Sumner down low. Moreland got a piece of that. And she got another one there. Got all of that one. 3 from Good is good. Bakey late on the closeout.
Gloucester doing a great job of answering again and sticking around.
26-23.
Beaudry beat everyone there.
Knowlton called for the foul on Moreland. She'll shoot 2. Unofficially her second foul. It's actually going to be 3 on Knowlton. I just saw our good friend Hal Geary signal over to the Gloucester bench.
That could be big. I feel like we've said Knowlton's name a lot also on scoring. So
9 points for her tonight. Moreland can't knock down the free throws. Good in transition. Great outlet pass. Offensive board, put back, no good. Moreland grabs it. She's off to the races. Seen this a lot. She has Beaudry with her. She'll keep it herself. Fouled by Sumner. Unofficially 2 on Sumner. It's the 8th team foul for Gloucester.
Beverly definitely has a speed advantage in this game. We've seen them on that fast break a couple of times. Especially when defenders are actually with them, but they'll still just beat them in the foot race.
And after that free throw, during the free throw, you could see head coach Drew Muniz maybe lobbying to the referee there. Maybe like, hey, can I get a call? Maybe 2 makeup calls, who knows? Probably exchanging pot roast recipes.
I don't know why he'd be complaining about the last one, though. I thought that looked pretty clear to me that he got a piece of Moreland, the body more.
Good. The 3. Got it to go. Gloucester hot from beyond the arc. Schrock knocks that down. She has 8 tonight.
It is a 1-point lead.
Anderson to answer. Yes.
Oh, that's a big answer for the Panthers.
And since it took Gloucester 5.5 minutes to score a field goal, only 5 free throws until that point, they've hit 3 3-pointers.
Has it been good for all of them?
Yeah, no, Good knocked down that too, though. Good had 1. You had Knowlton with another and Schrock with that one. Moreland looking to kick it out. It's Gotch now. Shot clock at 20. Game clock at 23. Beaudry rips through the defense, but she can't finish. Offensive board, Moreland, yet another. The putback, another
gets her own board and the
one. Wow.
Just the motor is always running.
Grabs her own board a couple times, finishes it there. McCarthy in for Beaudry. And this Fisherman defense really has no answer for Moreland, who can't knock down that free throw. Gotch with the rebound, put back, no good. Shirts on the floor here. We're going to get a jump ball. It's going to go to Gloucester with 9.8 left to go in the first half. Beverly putting up 32 points. It's at half court. Clock's at 6 now. It's Schrock. She'll drive in the lane.
What a
got
job.
it to go. So Schrock connects there. She had 5 in this quarter, 10 total. And Beverly has the lead going into the half, but only by 2 points. 32-30 lead for the Panthers, and they were doing great defensively early on in that second quarter, only holding Gloucester to 5 points, all from the line with about 2.5 minutes left, and then the floodgates just opened up for Gloucester. They were just hitting 3 after 3.
Absolutely. The Panthers got up to a nice lead. It was pushing double digits. They had their chance to kind of make it more comfortable, put them away. They couldn't do it. They couldn't manage much on offense with Moreland not in the game, and they're keeping this team around, and that's a dangerous situation to be in.
Yeah,
you don't want to give that underdog that confidence.
You don't, and it's great to see 2 Beverly players in double figures. Of course, Moreland with 11, Anderson with 10, but we have other players contributing, not just them.
Yep.
Bakey shooting very well.
Bakey had 5. Beaudry had 3. Bernard 2 as well. McCarthy got in there too.
And as that noise is going off, we're going to send it to the break. We'll be back in a few minutes with more analysis of that first half and the second half of the consolation game here at the Larry McIntire Classic.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
Listen.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it's produced the most extraordinary results in human culture. Dreams come from inspiration. Inspiration comes from an idea. And ideas come from creativity. We believe in raising up a new generation of creative minds. And it all starts with you. Help sponsor the award-winning Beverly High School Media Program so the students can have the resources they need to make dreams happen.
Start of the second half will start momentarily. Beverly off the first 2 blocks. We're going to mention something first. Early on in the season, I commentated a game where Alyssa Moreland was going for a triple-double with blocks. Now, she ended up with 21 points, 26 rebounds, 12 blocks, something ridiculous like that. And I said on the broadcast, if she gets a triple-double with blocks, I'll go out and make an Alyssa Moreland jersey and wear it around. Well, I couldn't do that, but Alyssa's mother, Lisa Marciano, so kindly gave me this, a Moreland practice shirt. It looks like it's going to fit me, too. So this was probably when she was about 12, I would assume, because she's a lot bigger than me. It's pretty nice. Good material. So thank you very much, Lisa. You touched that. There you go.
That is pretty nice. Yeah. She went all out.
She did. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Definitely great viewers. They tweet at us all the time. Hey, don't steal that. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, you had it on the points, man.
That's true. But like, I'm watching out for that. I'm framing that one. She's gonna be a star. So tonight she's killing it already.
Yep. She got 11 points, 5 blocks.
She might be getting another triple-double with blocks because even though we're not actively keeping track of rebounds, you know she's already got 10. She's probably got 8 offensive rebounds already.
Yeah. It's a pretty safe bet.
Very safe. That monster on the glass.
You could like pencil it in for like every game.
You could pen it in. You could use a pen.
By halftime, she's going to have 7, 8, 9.
Beverly going to send out there Moreland, Bernard, Gotch, Anderson, and Beaudry. We haven't seen much of Bernard since that first quarter. She got into early foul trouble, but she hit an early jumper.
Yeah, on that note, plenty of other scoring from other people. Bernard, Beaudry, Bakey, and McCarthy, even a free throw. So plenty of scoring from everybody else. But the big tone is they've kept the Fishermen in the game, just a 2-point lead. And they did a lot with fouls as they took advantage at the line.
Yeah, Knowlton had 9 points in that first half. Schrock had 10, and 9 points added from Good also.
Kind of seems to be one of the things we talk about. We talk about it before at every game. What team are we going to see? Sometimes they have problems with consistency, and they'll look good for a couple of quarters, and then they'll take the foot off the gas.
Anderson for 3, yes! She used the pick, freed herself, knocked down the 3, Anderson.
I like that start. I need her to drop a bunch of points. I want to win that contest.
She's got 13 already. Jumper from Melvin. Bounce is no good. Beaudry. She's got wheels. A few times she's dribbled through the defense on a fast break. Slows it down, deflected there by Good. Gotch coming up big there to slow it down. Probably saved a basket.
Yeah, the Panthers get back at their defense. Oh, there's a block.
The 6 from Moreland, she came out of nowhere. Schrock shaking her head. Not much you can do.
Not at all. It came from kind of behind her, too. I mean, there's no way you're going to see that.
Bernard no good on the jumper, but Gotch huge on the offensive boards. Bernard long 3, off the mark. Anderson almost coming away with it, but Sumner grabs it for the Fishermen. Knowlton now. Knowlton has 3 fouls. Melvin guarded by Moreland. And Moreland, she is so quick that she can back off from you and make you feel comfortable like you're going to take that shot cleanly. But she can get up so quick as well. I mean, foul, I believe, called on Gotch.
I mean, just as a freshman already, just a super athlete. And it lets her, the Division I opponent against Revere, which she went up against her. It doesn't matter if she's given up a little bit of size. She plays so intense, and her speed is so great that it just doesn't matter.
Sumner no good on that free throw. Can't get that one to go. Gotch, another board. Anderson calling for it. Beaudry gets it up to her. Long 2. In transition, it's no good. But Moreland coming away with the offensive board. She's going to kick it out. Gotch. Bernard now. Anderson open for 3. Heat check. No good. Bernard offensive
Just
board.
off there.
We're going to get a foul, I believe, on Sumner. It's her 3rd unofficially. Actually, I believe that's her 4th foul.
That hurts because, maybe not points-wise, but we've said her name a lot on the defensive side.
Yeah, her defense
grabbing
has been great.
Rebounds, pretty much been the only one that gives Moreland any challenge when going up for boards.
She's been deflecting a lot of passes, too, using her height and length. 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Panthers lead 35-30. Only points scored in this quarter were a 3. Bernard trying to add to it. She can't.
In and out.
Knowlton. Finds Schrock. Good driving right. With contact. Can't get it to go. Rebound Anderson. Drops it back to Beaudry. She'll start the offense. Anderson, another open 3. Can't get that one to go. Shooters shoot, though. Moreland.
She's never hesitant.
Bit of pressure by the Panthers, but they'll sag off once it's inbounded. 3 from the corner. In and out. Bernard, another board. Gloucester getting open looks, but they can't fall. Scoring low in this game, only 3 points in this quarter. Nice finger roll there by Knowlton. Foul, I believe, on Gloucester. It's going to go against Rallo.
Fouls at number 10 for Gloucester. Reach and foul, team 7.
Panthers have played good defense throughout, but you talked about got that open look there on the 3. She didn't get it that time, but Gloucester has done a good job from beyond the arc.
Moreland's going to get fouled either by Melvin or Knowlton. If it's Knowlton, it's her 4th. And it is. It's going to be 4 on her. Decision time for Coach Muniz.
Yeah, this is a real problem now with Sumner and Knowlton in foul trouble.
Knowlton's going to have to take a break for what you would think to be the rest of this quarter and maybe half of the 4th.
It depends, though. I mean, if things start to get out of control, how long can you sit her?
Bernard, open 3, just off the mark. Both teams getting open looks in this quarter, just nothing really falling.
Everyone's not as hot after halftime.
Schrock off the mark. Moreland coming away with it, rips it away. She's got numbers. She's going to take it herself. Going against Melvin, no match.
Beautiful control there. They tried to bait her into getting the charge, but she stayed composed, not out of control, gets the bucket.
37-30, Panther lead. Timeout, Gloucester. Gloucester yet to score. They got off to a slow start in that second quarter. Didn't have a field goal until 5.5 minutes in, and
then got bailed out a bit with the bonus and the fouls.
And now halfway through this third quarter, they've yet to get on the board. Beverly only scoring 5 points in this quarter so far as well, but defense has been there for the Panthers. You can follow us on Twitter, see on your screen at BevCam, at Bev_cam. You can follow me if you'd like as well. You can ask us some questions if you're watching at home. My Twitter at Asalucco, ASALUCCO. We could answer any questions, really, not just about basketball, about life if you want. About cooking, got some new recipes, you know. Watch a lot of HGTV. Talk about interior design if you'd like. Anything really, just so we know people are watching out there. I know one time I said that my mom tried to make a Twitter to ask some questions, but she didn't know how to make a Twitter. She's like, I tried to make a Twitter, but I didn't know how to do it.
Trying to be a real Renaissance man there. Trying to do everything.
3:55 left in the third quarter. Gloucester trying to get on the board. It's going to be hard. Sumner and Knowlton both on the bench with 4 fouls. Schrock is going to have to take over for this team. She does, right on cue with the contact.
They're going to lean heavy on her now with Sumner and Knowlton out of the game, too.
Leads Gloucester in scoring tonight. She has 12. Foul on Melvin. It's her second. McCarthy to inbound. It's Moreland. Trying to get Anderson coming off of a pick. Moreland takes a pick from Anderson, drops it back to Whitehair. Bakey, Anderson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson's got an opening, but
Gloucester really stepping up their D here. Anderson getting an open look, though.
Offensive board. Bakey comes away with it. McCarthy in the corner. Good pump fake. Long two. Contested. No good. Moreland can't come away with the board, but I think we're going to get a foul call. It's going to be on Marshall.
Refs handing out fouls like candy right now on the Fishermen.
I'll take some. Pretty hungry.
It's a good thing you got a long break then before the boys' game.
Very true, and I had a roast beef sandwich beforehand too. Whitehair slashes through the defense for 2.
She adds to the scoring. Just about everybody who's hit the floor for the Panthers have scored.
Good, the 3-point arc. Melvin working on Moreland. Nothing you can do. Another block for her. I believe that's 7 or 8.
That is 7.
3 from Marshall off
officially.
And shot clock violation. They couldn't get it off.
You know, offensively they struggled a bit without Moreland, but defensively, even without Moreland, they were solid. And with Moreland, you know, Gloucester just can't even get a shot.
Schrock there, letting the shot clock expire. She has the only points for Gloucester in this third quarter. They've only scored 2 points 6 minutes into the third quarter. Having Knowlton on the bench is really bad for this team. Anderson for 3.
That's a dagger right there. Now it becomes a double-digit lead for the Panthers.
42-32, Panthers pulling away. Sprague will check into the game momentarily.
When this has happened before, though, Gloucester has been able to come up with a big 3 to keep themselves in the game. Let's see if they can do it here. On cue, they're going to go for one.
No good. Rebound Moreland, already a spin and off to the races. Sumner back in the game. She's got to be careful. She has 4 fouls.
Anderson missed Anderson there by herself.
McCarthy, corner, Bakey, three. Yes!
I don't think Bakey's missed a shot tonight.
I don't either. She's
I
cooking.
think she's put up 3 shots, and they've all gone in.
Bakey's cooking tonight.
8 points for her.
1:05 left in the third. Beverly pulling away this lead up to 13, the largest lead of the night.
8-0 run for the Panthers.
And the blocking foul on Whitehair. Marshall will shoot 2. And Beverly outscoring Gloucester 13-2 in this third quarter.
You'll take it.
Marshall gets that to go, her first points tonight.
Whitehair has 3 fouls, so she'll check out of the game.
Marshall can't get that one to go. Another board for Moreland. Safe to say she's got a double-double. Anderson, she'll be fouled on the floor by Good.
And she'll go to the line now for the first time tonight.
It's Good's first, and Beverly 1 foul away from being in the 1-and-1. McCarthy finds Moreland. Long, too. You don't see her much from that range, but she'll give it a go. Misses offensive board McCarthy. And a travel.
Boy, if you're Gloucester and she makes that, you got to go, no. Not another thing we got to worry about with her.
Schrock. Melvin to Sumner. Good opportunity, but they can't follow through with it. Shot clock turned off. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Another 3 from Anderson. Can't get it to
that
go.
looked good.
Offensive board Moreland, and another in a putback. She'll be fouled. She'll shoot 2. Nothing you can do if you're Gloucester there. Maybe box out. That's the really only thing I can. Even if you box her out, she's going over the top of you.
Yeah, it looked like she, I was supposed to say that. It looked like she went over top of there to get that one.
It's Melvin's third. Beverly in the 1-and-1 now.
She's just so hard to stop.
Struggling at the line tonight is Moreland. She gets that one to go. Knowlton back into the game for these final seconds of the third. See if she can chuck up a 3. Deep 3 from Knowlton. Air ball. So at the end of 3, the Panthers are leading 46-33. They break it open. They outscore Gloucester 14-3 in that third quarter. Beverly's defense was great, and their offense was clicking too. Anderson had a couple big shots, as well as Bakey.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. You know that they're the better team right now. They let Gloucester hang around, but open up a big lead now. Now they got to finish the job. Sometimes it's been an issue for them. See Stanchel talking to them right now, and probably that's what he's saying to them right now. He's still got a whole minute left. We saw in the Marblehead game here on senior night, they had a big lead even late in the fourth quarter, and they let up, and Marblehead got it back to within about, if I remember correctly, it was about 7 or 6.
Yeah, the Panthers can't let the foot off the gas. Don't want Gloucester to have any sense of hope. They have 2 players with 4 fouls apiece.
It looks like I think I'm seeing Sumner on the floor right now.
Yep, Sumner and Knowlton both out there.
Yeah.
With Schrock, Melvin, and Good.
Well, that's what you got to do right now. You can't let this game get out of hand. It already has a little bit, but.
Melvin to Good for 3. No good. Schrock keeps it in, throws it off McCarthy. Smart play there by Schrock. Leading the Panthers in scoring tonight. Anderson, she has 16. Moreland adding 14. Double-double for her. Just 3 more blocks for a triple-double. We'll see if it happens. Knowlton, good step. Offensive board, Sumner in the putback. Like you said, Sumner not really scoring much. It's only her second and third points tonight, but she's playing great D. Anderson, another 3. Just off the mark. Jump ball. Good job by Sprague to get in the mix to win her team of possession.
Yeah, and with Sumner out, they really let Moreland take over the game. We saw it a couple of times down there getting multiple offensive rebounds.
McCarthy, quick 3 from the corner, no good. Melvin board. Quickly out to Knowlton. She'll try to get something going. She held scoreless in that third quarter. She had 9 in the first half. Schrock, the runner in the lane, no good. Sprague quickly out to Anderson. Poked away by Knowlton, almost got her 5th foul there.
Smart move by Anderson there to slow it down afterwards.
And you got 11-point lead, 7 minutes left. Moreland for 3, in and out. That would have been something. And you got a foul on Sumner. I think that's 5.
Yep.
That is. She's done. So Sumner will foul out. Marshall will come in her place.
Boy, you talk about a change with Marshall coming in for Sumner.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be 1-1. Our producer said it in our ear, too. He's paying more attention than probably anybody else. Sprague at the line. Can't knock down the first. Good job by Melvin to get in there. A foul by Bernard.
It's funny how things change early on in the game. It was the Panthers the ones with foul trouble. We're starting to wonder, Bernard had to sit early, Whitehair had to sit. And then all of a sudden, now we're talking about the Fishermen. Someone's fouled out already. Knowlton had to sit for much of that third quarter.
Schrock looking for good. Knowlton, hesitation move, drops it out to Melvin. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Marshall throws up a 3, no good. Anderson trying to run it down. Last touch by Good. Going the other way. Beaudry will check in for McCarthy. Just over 6 left to play here. And double dribble. Anderson in for Knowlton. Surprising there to see Knowlton heading to the bench, especially when the team's on offense. Melvin.
Yeah, that is a weird sort of decision. I think Knowlton's been one of the three-point threats too, hasn't she?
She has, even though she has 4 fouls. Moreland with contact finishes.
Their first points of the fourth quarter. She's got 15 points in the game.
Schrock. Fancy moves at midcourt. Anderson. Marshall. Melvin, she'll drive past Moreland. She'll complete it. Coach Muniz looking for a foul call. I don't blame him. Moreland quickly in transition, in for 2. She's got 17. She's taken over. 50-37, Beverly 13-point lead.
She's been consistent all throughout the game, but with Sumner out, she really can take over the game. There's just no answer after that.
Exactly, especially when you put Marshall in her place, you're going to have to put Melvin on Moreland, and she's just...
She doesn't have the speed.
She doesn't have the speed. She doesn't even have the height either. So Beverly leading 50-37, lead by 13. I believe it ties their largest lead of the night. They're going to send Gotch back in with Bernard, Beaudry, Anderson, and Moreland. And let's take a look at the standings for the Division I North girls. You can see it on your screen here in a moment. We're going to see the graphic for the seeding of the Division I North girls in the MIAA. That fancy basketball. In the Division I North standings, you see Belmont up there with Masco, a team that is playing here tonight. And you see Beverly sitting there at 12-7, around a couple NEC teams.
Still can't. It's over for them for a home game, too.
It is over for them for a home game right now. They're just going for seeding. And with the win today, they're most likely not going to be playing Revere, a team that they beat. They're probably going to draw Everett or Billerica, something we talked about earlier. And I think we both agree you'd rather see Everett.
Oh, absolutely. You know what you get, and the confidence should be pretty high because they played a good game against them close, and Moreland wasn't there.
Grabs a board.
She was away in Florida at a flag football tournament.
Yeah. And we're going to get a charge.
Shows you just what kind of athlete she is.
Marshall called for that foul. She's playing tough D on Beaudry. Bernard drops it down to Moreland, trying to add to that point total. Finds Bernard, cutting to the hoop. She'll be fouled. She'll shoot two.
Good awareness there. Knowing the times to take it yourself and knowing when to find someone open. Bernard was open, streaking down.
Knocks down the first free throw. Knowlton will enter the game. Come in for Anderson. I just got a text from Tom Donovan, who just took that charge. They're getting a Tommy point. And I believe it was Beaudry who took that charge. But good to see Tom Donovan giving us a view. We'll be seeing him tonight, 7:15, as the boys team hosts Masco. As Moreland grabs that one. They have numbers, 3-on-1. She'll take it herself. Knowlton, she'll draw the charge. And that's crucial because that would have been the 5th on Knowlton. Moreland now, that's her 3rd foul.
In danger of fouling out, she still has the guts to do that.
I can tell you
if we win anyway, can we give her a Tommy point for that?
We probably could. But
that was a good one.
We can't give him out. Only Tom.
I know Tom. I know only Tom can.
He's got those in his pocket on guard. A foul by Moreland. The block. That's her 4th. And Stanchel showing the motion of the push-off. Thought Melvin was giving her a little push. He was just standing there moving his arm. And I believe it was Beaudry who took that charge first again. Coach texts me again. Beaudry. Didn't catch the name. Knocked down by Melvin. Anderson. Offensive
Look
board,
at Moreland.
And that's Knowlton's 5th. She's out of here. So 2 players fouling out tonight for the Fishermen. First Sumner, now Knowlton. But we'll have to double check for Tom to give that Tommy point out. We can go back and take a look at it because I'm not sure I was correct in calling it. Gotta love modern technology. I can tell you last night I went back and watched the boys game about 5 different times to see Toscani Abreu's dunks.
Yeah, I remember coming here and you showing me that. That's crazy.
He had 30 last night again to lead the boys. Moreland Duncan Moreland. He had 20. Nice jumper there from the freshman, Marshall. And Gloucester's not quitting. 12-point lead for the Panthers. Moreland in transition finds Anderson in the corner for 3. Yes!
Make it count. 19 points in the game for Anderson.
And good D on that end as well. Poking that away. 2:42 left to go in this game. Beverly, their largest lead tonight, 15 points. Good can't handle it halfway up the court, but she grabs it. Anderson, she's guarding Marshall. Good switch bit there by the Panthers in the corner. Fouled on Bernard. I believe that's her 4th. Shooting 2, Rachel Rallo. Can't knock down the first.
And you know, with the lead going down to about 2 after the first half, I think we were looking at each other a little bit concerned, but they have come out here in the second half and they have handled their business.
Yeah, they put the clamps on in the third quarter. Anderson, another 3.
In and out.
Couldn't get that one to go. We're going to get a jump ball. It's going to go to Gloucester. 2:14 left to go in the 4th. In the Fishermen, only 11 points total in the third quarter and 6 minutes into the 4th. So this Beverly defense doing its job. Drastic improvement from last night after that loss to Bishop Fenwick.
Yeah, they've really righted the ship on just about everything. They had some offensive turnover problems very early on, but they shored that up.
Rallo called for the travel. Catanzaro is going to come in for good. Beaudry. Into the corner, it's Anderson, another 3. Got it to go.
She likes that corner 3.
Trigger happy tonight, but it doesn't matter because she's knocking him down. 22 points for Anderson. She's making a case to be on that all-tournament team as Moreland grabs the board. Has it poked away, fouled by Schrock. But I think it's going to go to Moreland. Double-double today.
I think it is too.
7 blocks included.
I think I might have lost the wager there.
You might have. Chipotle, next time. I'm joking.
I wouldn't mind if there was a next time.
That's true.
It's the last game.
Moreland knocks down the free throw, couple subs. Anderson and Beaudry's night will be done. We're going to have McCarthy entering as well as the other Anderson. Number 5, Sydney Anderson, freshman.
So with Haley Anderson's night ending, 22 points she dropped tonight. She hit 5 threes.
And Beverly has 3 freshmen out there. Actually 4 freshmen and 1 sophomore. You have Moreland, McCarthy, Anderson in white hair out there with Bernard. It's peeled by Anderson. Very young team this Beverly is, and I guarantee you're going to see a lot of talent from this second group as Anderson misses that 3 and she's called for a foul immediately after.
It's crazy, the youth of this team. And, you know, sometimes when we talk about, oh, what's going wrong here, why are they playing down, it's hard to forget how young this team is.
Moreland's night is done. Double-double for her. She added 7 blocks as well. And entering the game is another sophomore, Viana Kochin. Oh, 10 blocks.
Yeah.
You have her down for 10.
Yeah, I had it down for 10.
Wow, we'll see. I'm sure that they're keeping stats down there. I know they are for this tournament, so maybe she got another triple-double with blocks. Who knows? Wouldn't surprise me at all. Just over a minute left to go. Only thing left to be decided is the final score. Bernard puts it in for 2. Beverly's largest lead of the night. It's up to 21 now. 62-41. 3 off the mark. Whitehair in transition. She has Anderson. She's going to keep it herself, though. She'll slow it down with contact. No call. Bernard offensive board and put back to 2.
Bernard 7 points herself now on the game. Her and Brooke together providing that third man we've talked about.
Whitehair in transition. Easy 2. 66-41. Beverly piling it on. This second unit, as young as they are, they have a lot of talent.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of playing time too, which is key.
Board grabbed by Bernard. She'll run out the clock. Beverly wins the consolation game here, 66-41. We're going to keep action still. We're going to get a player from each team being named to the all-tournament team. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's Alyssa Moreland for the Panthers.
I think you might be right.
And then I'm also going to take a guess. I didn't watch the game yesterday that Gloucester, the girls, played. But judging by the team today, I'd have to go with either Knowlton or Schrock. So we'll see. But today's game, great. Moreland, maybe a triple-double unofficially, according to our records. Yeah. We'll see. Anderson, though, huge with 22 points.
Yeah, some big threes to kind of stretch that lead. She got it early in the third quarter, which was good, because we were a little concerned there. Gloucester was getting back in it. Anderson hit some threes. They created that space, and they did what they needed to do after that.
And exactly, Gloucester was in foul trouble. Maybe they could have made it a game down the stretch, but Knowlton missed too much time in crucial minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about, the need for that third man. Brooke Bakey and Bernard added that. 7 points for Bernard and 8 for Bakey.
You see Schrock there getting named to the all-tournament team, and that's Larry McIntire awarding the plaque to Schrock. Of course, the Larry McIntire Classic, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder.
It's a nice tournament to put together at the end of the year. Some of the teams who can't make the playoff, they still get another chance.
As a freshman, she had 2 double-doubles, maybe a triple-double too. We'll find out, I'm sure, after the game. Moreland last night had 22, 12, and 4. Tonight, she added...
I had it at 17 points.
17 points for Moreland, double digits in boards. Maybe 10 blocks too, we'll see.
Maybe.
So that does it for this game, the consolation game between the Beverly girls and the Gloucester girls. Beverly winning that 66-41. They improve to 13-7, and we'll see based on other scores, mainly the Billerica Revere game, whether Beverly plays Billerica or they play Everett.
That'll be big. Big to see.
Huge. So we'll be back at 7:15 for the boys game. It'll be me and Tom Donovan calling that one. Beverly will host Masco for the championship game here at the Larry McIntire Classic. Expect a big crowd there tonight. Definitely come down if you'd like, or sit home in your comfy house and just watch it there on BevCam or YouTube, Channel 22, or www.youtube.com/BevCamTV if you want to stream it on YouTube. So for Dom Lorenzano, I'm Alex Saluco. Thank you to Mark Lehman and Matt Pujo as always.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to give him a thank you because last time you're going to hear me for a little while. So I want to thanks for our producer, Robert Dokes, and cameraman right here, Mark. It's been great.
It has, and it took us all season to do a game together. We did 2 in 2 days, though, so we got it done. It came down to the wire, but pleasure working with you, Dom.
That was a pleasure.
Sure I'll see you down the road next year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And definitely thank you to Robert for putting this all together, Mark and Matt. We'll see you tonight at 7:15.